All right, I don't know what time it is on your clock, but I know what I'm getting ready for. It is time for the Professional CISO Podcast with David Malaco.
Here we are at CSC 12 for North Texas ISA. I've got Matt Walker. My understanding is you're going to be a speaker today. What's your topic on? Who are you speaking with?
We're doing cloud security. We're focusing on SaaS security, SaaS risk, the shared cloud security model. And we're also going to be talking about how to identify and remediate vulnerabilities within the cloud.
It sounds like you got a 360 on cloud security with those three.
That's what I was hoping to achieve.
The headliner for the conference, keynote, Dr. Harvey Castro. What's your history like? How did you get involved with technology generally, like early?
I'm an ER doctor by training.
Okay.
Been doing it for over 20 years. I literally had just graduated, was in the emergency room, and I'm holding this thing called the iPhone and looking at it, and I told the nurse, hey, a person just came running in saying, this person's coding, they're dying in front of you, let's go. And I said to the nurse, we need to start this medication to save this person's life. And she's like, doctor, 1 minute. She ran, got a textbook, got a calculator. She started thumbing through the textbook and then verifying what I had said. And I'm looking at her and I'm looking at the iPhone. I'm like, there's gotta be something. There just has to be.
What's the guiding light for Dr. Harvey Castro when it comes to the work that you're doing?
I know a lot of my colleagues hate what I'm about to say. People don't realize that ChatGPT 4 in the future, there's algorithms that can see. This camera feed can take our age, our blood pressure, our sugar. Our voice alone can extract what our sugar is right now.
Wow.
So you take all those data points, and this is the part that upsets doctors, and you put it inside of a robot. And the robot is here. We all know Elon Musk says they'll have them in Tesla factories next year. By 2026, this will be here. So I'm telling all the hospital administrators, get ready.
I've got Justin Hutchens from Trace3.
The presentation was called This Is How We Lose Control. A little bit of a clickbaity title. The talk was actually building upon previous research that I had done. What my presentation today looked at is the risk of, as we see threat actors starting to do the same thing in terms of implementing digital intelligence into next generation cyber weapons. I think that there is a potential that we lose control of that. Generative AI, these are highly unpredictable, highly random systems that use random sampling and are completely non-deterministic. We do end up in a situation where threat actors deploy next generation malware in a wormable fashion, self-propagating fashion, that is leveraging this digital intelligence in order to dynamically change its patterns.
Right.
There's a possibility that we get to a point where we can't contain it because unlike what we've been able to do in the past, where we locked in on those attack patterns, we won't be able to anticipate in advance what it's going to do.
I've got Rick Halsaver from IBM.
IBM invented something called immutable snapshots. Everybody runs point-in-time copies, snapshots, whatever you want to call them. We make them immutable. Why? Immutable means it can't be written to, altered, or deleted. And the real key word here is written.
Right.
Because when the bad guys want to write encryption, what are they doing? Oh yeah, they're writing it.
Yes.
If I can put it in an immutable state and you can't write encryption code, then guess what?
Right.
They cannot put encryption on my data. Number one thing, we invented it, everybody has it now. For those listening, for gosh sake, encrypt your data and make your data immutable.
We're professionalizing the CISO role, so please subscribe to the Professional CISO Podcast.